Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is Two Teas in a Pod. I'm Tony,
And I'm Tralana.
and we got a game coming up later where we're gonna do a continuation of the dad jokes that we recorded earlier. That was fun. That'll be at the second half. Uh, and we kind of didn't. We're kind of doing this off the cuff. This
Yes.
episode. Uh, you know, we could have gone over some things like Roe v. Wade and other stuff, but I don't know. I kind of felt like let's keep it light.
Yeah.
And one idea that was a joke idea that I'm like, yeah, let's run with that was the idea that we will be getting married in from recording of this 10 days. And this is the longest stretch of time that we will have been together, dealing with long distance.
And not just that, but our relationship will continue to be long distance even after we're married for a period of time.
Right.
So it's not like we're in a 10-day final stretch. It's literally just that for the next, what did I say? 17 out of the 19 days we get to be together in person, which is the most we've ever gotten to do.
Right.
Well, we already started the 17, but yes.
Yes.
You get the idea.
This is going to run into it.
Yes. Well, this is part of it. We're on day 4 of 19.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to talk about if there's things that we've noticed. Well, I think that you specifically need to clarify that you have certain, I don't know what you want to call them. It's not like OCD specifically, but ish. You have specific tendencies where things bother your brain.
Right. Yeah. So a little about the way my brain works is okay. The big one is I'm not like an obsessive compulsive cleaner by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I keep things neat and tidy, but everything has to have a place in my living space. And it hurts my brain when things are out of place. Like when your suitcase is on the floor with shit everywhere.
I feel very much like Along Came Polly because and by no means am I a messy person. I don't want anyone to think that when you say that my suitcase is on the floor and things are everywhere.
Well, it's neatly on the floor.
Right. So, but that's the thing is so I come in and I put my things down.
And you immediately trash everything.
And no, so okay, so I take over the nightstand a little bit because I put, my phone
that's your
there
nightstand.
or
while you're here, that's your nightstand. When you're not here, well, that's another thing. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but
right.
You're also sleeping on my side.
Right. We have to switch spots.
Right.
You have to switch sides.
And in due time, I guess that will be permanent.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to have to be. Which also, just to be fair to say, is also backwards for me.
Can we just do like I Love Lucy where we just push two twins together?
No.
No?
I'll fall in the crack.
We can both have two nightstands?
No.
That'd be a weird.
Yeah, that would be really bizarre.
That'd be very bizarre.
But to finish what I was saying, I also sleep the opposite way at my house. So we're both out of place when we're but
well, that's your choice.
No. The reason that I sleep where I sleep here is so that because you sleep on your right side and I want to be the little spoon.
Right.
So I don't have a choice unless I want to be the big spoon, which I don't.
Right.
So that's why that happens to both of us.
So we have to put the bed on the other side of the room. Well, because I have to sleep on my right side because I have to be facing the door. If it was on the other side of the room,
I see what you're
I'd be
saying.
on my left side.
I see, yeah.
But I'd still be on the wrong side of the bed.
Well, yeah, we can't really fix that, I don't think. Okay, anyways.
So
back to the brain thing.
Back to your...
So, yeah, no, so I come in I put, my sunglasses on the table. I put, stuff on the nightstand, which would normally be yours, but while I'm here is mine, like you said, which will be a permanent affliction soon. And so how do all of those things bother or not your brain? Like what happens for you when I'm here?
Yeah. Well, it does obviously bother my brain,
Right.
but I can get over it. Uh, like the the sleeping thing, I can get over. Uh, I've gotten over the suitcase thing. You know, uh, I think the one thing that's going to take some time. Do you know what it is?
I don't
It
I
just happened like a half hour ago while you were brushing your teeth.
Oh, my hair. So I shed. I don't know how.
So I don't
I
know
don't
how
know
you're
how I
not
have.
bald.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know how I have hair on my head. I used to have extremely thick hair, like Giuseppe's and yours. And then I've had health issues over the last like several years, and I never used to shed this much either. And so I lost a ton of hair, like obviously, like when I had like, my cancer and things like that, like different things that I've gone through. And it's growing back in, but I still shed like literally. Okay, so like he was referencing, I literally just brushed my teeth not that long ago. And while I was brushing my teeth, I just ran my fingers through my hair and I had like a whole wad
Yeah, a
of
whole French
hair.
poodle.
Yeah. And but like the same thing happened this morning after I took my shower. And like literally we were driving in the car and I had a whole collection in my lap of my hair. And then I finally just like
Oh,
put the window down and like put my
oh,
hair out the window because
yeah. I see you do that all the time.
the alternative would be that it would be all over his
Oh, I
vehicle,
appreciate that,
which I mean,
but
I'm sure it is anyways, despite my
your
efforts.
hair's
But
everywhere.
yeah,
Your hair migrates.
everywhere.
Like I find it in between
Everywhere.
dishes and my cabinets.
If you've ever heard the Dashboard Confessionals song, the
No, never heard of
Screaming
it.
Infidelities, I think is the song title. But anyways, it talks about how her hair is that song literally could be about me.
Yeah, so she was brushing her hair or brushing her teeth, and I took one look into my sink, and I had to walk away because if I saw it any longer, I would have freaked out. Which, again, like it's a natural thing for you, anyways. Well,
Yeah.
it's a little unnatural in
Well,
terms of the
the
amount,
amount is
but
unnatural, yes.
I'm not. I can't. I'm not going to make you walk around with a hairnet all day, but um that is like really tweaks me. Like, oh my God. Like, and then if you were, okay, I'll put it this way. If you were to leave and
Hmm.
you left my sink looking like that,
I would never.
I know you wouldn't, 'cause you haven't yet. Um, so I know that you wouldn't, but if you did, I would be like, okay, well, you've now lost your bathroom privileges. You've lost your bathroom privileges. And when we move in some place that has multiple bathrooms, you can have your own fucking hair shedding station, and I won't even go in there. But until you could do whatever you want in there. Like, it's your bathroom, and I won't touch it.
The crazy thing is, if you think that's a lot of hair, you should see when I take a shower.
I'm sure it's unreal. I mean,
It's
I find your hair on my shower wall. Like,
it literally, but like gobs, like what you saw in the sink was like nothing compared to the gobs. I like literally, I don't know how I have hair on my
well, I'm
head.
sure it gets worse when it's wet, or
Right,
it
right. Well,
clumps
because
up more. It's
yeah, because
heavier,
I'm running my fingers through my hair and
right?
like yeah, like getting whatever all the shampoo and conditioner out. So yeah, it's like
Both of you shed. He's not as much, but you both, because I can tell the difference between one of his like short black hairs and one of your super long spaghetti hairs,
spaghetti
and I'm
hairs.
like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a big one. Uh,
Hmm.
I also this isn't necessarily a you thing.
Hmm.
This is the children,
Oh, okay.
all of them, empty cans everywhere.
Yeah.
like empty Fanta,
Joseph
empty.
literally just brought 6 cans
I
out of the
saw,
bedroom.
I saw.
Well, no, but you were down getting the pizza.
Yeah, but I saw him walking and throwing out cans.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see how many, but I saw him with a handful of cans,
yeah.
which I appreciate. That's how it should be. You know, you make a mess, you clean it up.
Well,
But
he said they were his and Ian's, so he was cleaning up after
that's
Ian.
just, oof, it's a
Mhm.
way. It's a way to get me. Like dirty, like dirty dishes and cans and things. Like if I we eat in the bedroom. I think
Mhm.
most people eat in the bedroom nowadays.
It happens,
You
yeah.
know,
Not all the
I
meals,
mean, I
but
would
yeah.
prefer to eat at the dinner table, of course, but you know, if we're eating a snack or we eat a
Well, yeah,
sandwich
2
or
a.m. snack.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
snacks, yeah, we're gonna eat in bed. Any garbage, I mean, it's one of the first things I do in the morning. Like this morning, what did I do? Well, you were sleeping, but I woke up, I threw out the Hooters containers,
Mhm.
I, threw out, any of the little garbage from our little tasty cakes. They're
Mhm.
so good. And I made sure all the garbage and I made sure my nightstand was fine. And I mean, normally I would make the bed, but you were still in it. Um, Even though it was still pretty much made.
Yeah, I don't move around a lot
Yeah,
in my sleep,
which is
so
good. That's another thing. If the bed isn't made, it'll freak me out.
but I always make the
You
bed.
do, you do. Again, I'm just saying things that freak me out.
No, no, I know. But I think
If you didn't do those things,
yeah.
this would be like, well, we're rethinking this whole thing.
Well, that's what I was going to
This
say.
is
I
we're
think
canceling this
that
whole thing.
I think that part of the reason why this works out so well is because I don't have the same brain issues. Like it wouldn't bother my brain or whatever, but like I just am certain ways. So like even you waiting until morning to like get rid of the trash from like the wings that we were eating and whatever, I wouldn't do that. Like I would have gotten up last night and cleaned it up and whatever, but like you had already taken the container and put it on your side of the bed and I really just didn't feel like walking around the bed to get it to
Right.
then walk it back out here. So I let it go. But like I don't even wait that long. Like I wouldn't even wait until morning.
I give it
So
I have an expiration. Like there's a this is gonna sound weird. There's a ticking it's kind of like a ticking timer in my head
mhm,
of how long I could let something be out of place
mhm.
and how long I could it's like an internal timer.
Yeah.
And the longest I could go with like that Hooters container in there was waking up in the morning and
Mhm.
seeing it on my piano and going, okay, this has to be thrown out in the garbage.
Yeah.
Same thing with like, like dirty clothes or like, I have a little bit of a dirty clothes pile, which I normally don't have, but that's because I have a bunch of clean clothes I still have to put away. But that has a timer. Like
Mhm.
before you come back,
Mhm.
all those clothes are going to be put away because eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to be like, I can't sleep, I can't do anything because all I can think about is putting away this basket of laundry
Yeah.
and putting these dirty clothes. So it's everything's got like a weird internal timer, like the dishes. Now, normally the kids do chores like the
Mhm.
dishes and the garbage. Obviously, they're not here right now, so I've had to do the dishes. There's a pile of dishes over there. That has to be done before the end of tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll hit my brain at like 11 o'clock. I'll be laying in bed. I'll be like, I got to go do those dishes.
Yeah.
If they're not done, I won't be able to concentrate.
So, but so I think that we mesh well in that regard that I don't if like you said like if I was a messy person or not even like
You wouldn't be here.
well, right. Or like well I was trying to think of another word for it. Like not messy, but like maybe like more disorganized or whatever like that. Like if I didn't make the bed when I got up cuz like that today you got up first because you had to work and then when I got up I made the bed. So like if I
Yep.
didn't do those things like and you came back and saw it,
I
that would
would I would be very cute about it though. Like I'd get up from like my desk and like you'd be in the bathroom and I'd be like, "Oh, the bed is so messy." Like someone should fix this bed. Not to say that I wouldn't do it, but I would probably be pretty passive aggressive about it and be like, "Oh, it's so weird. I remember this bed being made before."
yeah.
So it does thankfully it works because so do you know where this stems from? Why I am the way I am?
Because it's your way of keeping things orderly
Yeah, well,
and
yeah,
like having control over your domain.
correct. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the greater thing. But so when I was growing up, I wouldn't say that I was overly messy, but I wasn't quite Nicholas level, but I wasn't like where I am now.
Yeah.
And my house, my mother was a very like, oh, I don't want to say OCD because that's an extreme, but very cleanly, like everything has to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just, if I had like a pop can or a glass, it was a 2 hour fight with my mother. And I'm not saying that that she was wrong, because I was messier. Like there were a few times where I left food. I did the old food under the bed trick. That Nick didn't invent that.
Right. Right.
It's weird when I see the things that he does and Ian, and I'm like, I used to do shit like that. So I can't yell at them too bad, even
Mm.
though it really bothers me. But I used to do that,
Yeah.
and I used to get like punished, grounded, yelled at, and I hated it so much. And it stuck with me. And then slowly over time, I changed my habits. I wasn't born this way, baby.
Yeah.
I this was a learned uh uh way of life for me. And then it got to the point where it like overcorrected, and now I am just like my mother in that regard.
Gotcha.
But I am much nicer about it with other people because I understand that not everybody, some people can sit with 28 pop cans, a bag of chicken bones, and Oreo wrappers, and a container from Texas Roadhouse from 7 days ago with a piece of steak in it and 3 fries shoved under the bed. Some people can live that way. I cannot.
I am not one of those people.
No, he had bugs, man. Once bugs start entering the picture, I wish you were here. I wish you'd seen my face.
I don't.
I
I would have freaked out.
I thought I honestly thought that I was going to just start throwing things away and like turning that bedroom into a prison cell.
Mhm.
Like it was so close. I was so like disgusted that you could let, and I've done it before because I did the same thing when I was 14, 15. I had food so long under my bed that there were flies.
I feel like that's a boy thing
I
because
think it is.
I never like there was no like transformation for me to where I am now. Like I just and see, I didn't grow up like nobody made me make my bed or anything like that. Like I didn't grow up that way. I just am that way. And I think for me, there is a lot of chaos in my life, like even when I was a kid. So I think for me, it's not an OCD thing by any stretch of the imagination, but for me, it's like my areas, I take pride in my things. So like even like that, like I put all of my things together. So to somebody else, it might not be the most like neat and orderly like situation, but like all of my stuff is together. So even like when he says like my suitcase is on the floor, like I might throw a dirty outfit onto it for, a quick change purpose, but then when I have a minute, I go back and I fold it and I put it neatly back into my suitcase. Like if the airport called right now and said, "Hey, you have to get on this flight and you have to be here right now." Like I could literally close my suitcase and leave. Like I don't have to pack up. I don't have things everywhere. I mean, other than my shower stuff, I would have to get out of the bathroom. But other than that, all of my stuff is packed and ready to go. Like I don't, whatever. So like that doesn't, for me, like those things aren't issues because like I take control of my own space and like I know where all of my things are. So like anything that's in your house, I know there's never a time that I don't know where something is. Even when I like sit my driver's license on the nightstand because it was in my back pocket when we went out to drink or like whatever, I know it's there. I know it's not in my wallet where it should be, but I still know like where it is instead. So like for me it's very much like a I take control of my own things because a lot of other things are chaotic or I don't have control over them. So my things I do. So,
Yes, everything has to have a place.
so
And
yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean that it's overly or organized, so to speak, but I know where I know where my
Yeah.
nail clippers, and then when I don't know where something is, I immediately know somebody touched something.
Yeah.
Like I know I know like and don't get me wrong, it's not a big deal. But
Mm-hmm.
when children use my computer and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, you know, like I know when things aren't in the right place or when on my desk or installed applications or
Yeah.
when the cable is taken out of my microphone and plugged into something else.
Right.
Like
Joseph is good for making himself very much at home here.
yes, well that's
And
fine. Those type of things are fine because there's not a whole ton of space here, so you got to make do with what you got,
yeah.
for what we have. But yeah, everything has a place. All my, all the stuff. So that's me.
Mm-hmm.
My and there's other things. We've played games and I'm like, we have to go clockwise. We can't go counterclockwise.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and there are like certain we haven't really run into like number things. Like there are certain number things that I stray away from. Um but so that's me.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you? Like, do I do anything that annoys you? Get it out now, because there's only you only got 10 days.
Is this like the cold feet episode? What is this?
Yeah, that
No.
could be the name. We can name it Cold
We
Feet.
can name it whatever we want to.
Yeah.
Um, no. So I'm very easygoing in that regard. And what's that face
No,
for?
I was.
Oh. Um, no, so at least to date, there is nothing. And so, well, so what I can say is, I mean, we've had this conversation many times, but like I had told you from early on that like previously I've had issues with people like acting one way and then, after however long acting a different way. And so that was really my only fear ever in this whole thing was that like I was getting like a facade or like a fake you.
Well, yeah. I mean, you are. In ten
And
days, you'll know.
right, right. In 10 days, everything will be different. So in like 2 weeks episode, we can revisit and I can tell
In
you
2 weeks,
how
you'll be
things have
like, "This is
changed.
hell on earth."
Somebody save me.
Yeah. Blink
Hashtag free
twice.
Tralana. Yeah. So no, so I mean, there's nothing as of now, like there's nothing that we've stumbled across or that's happened that bothers me. I mean, and even if there was or when little things have happened or whatever that like I thought was weird, like I just tell you. So,
Well,
what do you mean? Well,
you let me know. It's
yeah.
not always verbal, but yes.
Well, and some of that is to do with the distance because we do so much texting, and whatever. So sometimes it is a long text message or a voice message or, whatever. But either way, regardless, I communicate whatever it is and we go from there.
I'm pretty
But
much what you see is what you get.
yeah,
I'm not too old. It's the beauty of getting older.
yeah,
I don't have time to be fake with people. It's too much energy.
yeah,
Like that I'm over that nonsense. I'm like, yeah, I have weird brain tics and I like naps.
well, we
Uh,
both like naps. So
thank
that also
thank
works
God.
out. Yeah.
You know, and that's also I think that's genetic from my end because both of my parents are nappers. My dad, but not to say that my mom didn't, but my dad's always been a very hard worker.
Mm.
He's always done a lot of physical jobs. And, if the man comes home at 4 in the afternoon and wants to take a nap, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't work very hard. I don't do manual labor, not anymore. So yeah, I can understand people being like, "What do you need to take a nap for?" Because I fucking like naps. That's why. And I don't sleep that great at night. So I take naps.
Right.
That has been a problem. That's been a deal breaker in certain relationships in my life. Cuz what's the one word that I hate? One word that I hate being called.
Oh, lazy.
I hate that word. I use it very sparingly. Like if I really think somebody's lazy or something's lazily done, then I'll use it. But I don't like that word because it is so presumptuous of somebody to know what someone else is going through to call them lazy, like just from an interaction or something. So some people might look at our frequent naps as, oh, you're so lazy. I hate that
Mhm.
because I'm not lazy, or I like to think that in these years of my life, maybe I was a little bit lazier when I was younger because I was fucking young. And when you're young, you should be lazy. The kids, they should be a certain level of lazy, in my opinion, because I don't like the idea of making the kids grow up too fast. I want
Yeah.
them to enjoy being children and having lazy days. And I don't want to yell at them for if I slept in past 10 o'clock growing up, it was uh again, it was like an argument. It was like you're lazy, do something, whatever. It's like I'm 14, it's summer vacation. I don't want to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning to dust and vacuum and whatever you need me to do. So I'm that way. I don't get mad if they want to sleep until 2 o'clock. That's fine, just as long as the dishes are done and the garbage is taken out. I don't care. Um, but yeah, like I've been in relationships where it's been like, you know, I hate doing things on Sundays, not because of some religious idea, but because it's like a day that I like to do things that I want to do. Whether it be I could sit on the computer and watch stupid videos and, you know, stroke it for no, I'm just kidding. Uh and mess around for 10 hours on a Sunday. Take a little nap, eat a little food, and I like that. That's my day. I hate like when my itinerary is filled on a Sunday. Now, we do things obviously,
Hmm.
but a lot of that is because we don't live together. So my itinerary is a little bit more full when you guys come out here just because I don't want you guys to come out here and just us sit here for 4 days and eat pork chops and like I want there to be things to do. But believe you me, you know, when we're all under the same roof, don't schedule anything on a Sunday unless you're going to do it by yourselves because I don't want any part of it.
Yeah.
um so other than that though, I mean there's nothing like my snoring, anything. I snore quite loud.
No, you do. You do.
You should try living with my father. Well, no, you
No.
shouldn't, because that'd be weird.
Well, yeah, that would be weird. But y- what?
Well, you go on. I have something else I want to talk about.
Okay. Um, no, so I mean, again, I'm a really easygoing person, and I guess unfortunately for me, snoring has always been par for the course with people. Like I'm used to hearing other people snore. So that's not a thing for me. I think the only thing is like, and again, I'm so like adaptable. It's fine for me, but like I listen to like noise when I sleep. Like I have a fan, an air conditioner, and my phone making noise when I sleep. And here I don't. Like we have the air conditioner and the purifier or whatever, but like but yeah, so like there's less noise here and I am a light sleeper. So like even the other day we were napping and I don't think the door was the whole way closed and I heard Ian and Giuseppe go by and like I heard Ian say, oh, they're sleeping. And that woke me up, just like hearing him say that. And it's not like he like screamed it or anything. Like he just literally said to Giuseppe, oh, they're sleeping. But for me, that was enough to like trigger me waking up. So like I don't sleep as well here, but only because I am such a light sleeper. And I just have to like accommodate to figure out the best things for me. So like even like that, like I purposefully have an eye mask that stays here because I also can't sleep with light and you do. Like not like light, but like you know what I mean? Like there is light
Yeah,
coming in.
I keep a spotlight on at all
Right,
times.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I like to sleep in the sun, so I like
so
a bright light.
whereas like I have like blackout curtains and I still sleep with an eye mask at my house. So when I come here, it is very much brighter than at my house. So like that, like I'm just finding little tweaks that I can personally do that like doesn't interrupt anything else just to make it so that I sleep. But
I
other
can't-
than that,
I can't do blackout curtains.
I,
Because if I had blackout curtains,
you would never get up.
it's not that I would never get up, it's just that sometimes the only thing that gets me to my computer desk in the morning is the sun.
Yeah.
And to prevent me from starting work at 1 in the afternoon, I like sometimes I need that extra, the third snooze,
Yeah.
and then it's like 9:45 and it's like, all right, I should probably get up
Yeah.
and do something. Um I wanted to, while we have a little bit of time, you got to meet my family.
Yeah.
Most of my family. There's still a lot. There's still a few that you haven't met. It might be a while till you meet them, but what was your initial impression of my family?
I don't know. I mean, what? Okay, so well, this is it's yes, it was like my first time meeting them, but I think I don't know how to describe it because so you also do a podcast with your sister that I listen to, and so like I've already heard her
It's
talk
like you've
enough.
already met her.
It's like I know her.
And my
So
dad was on it.
yeah, well
So
that's what I
you
was gonna
kind
say.
of know.
So like with your sister and your dad, like well that part was interesting too because your sister in person didn't look like what your sister in my head when I'm listening to the podcast what she looked like what I was picturing.
Just me without a beard.
Yeah. Um so
I told you my dad we look a lot alike.
yeah, so like
I mean, I'm better looking, but
so it was interesting to get to because like obviously I've heard both of their voices from listening to that. So like it was interesting to get to see them in person and see like what I actually should be picturing when I hear their voices.
you got to see my dad.
Um,
What you get to look forward to in 20 years.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll probably age a little bit better, but he's lived a hard life.
But yeah, so I mean, in that sense, I don't know. It wasn't a true first impression for me because of listening to the podcast.
Yeah,
In that sense.
it was also the
And because we were at the restaurant and
right.
stuff, like
That's the other thing.
I didn't really interact with them a ton. Like it was like hi-ish at the beginning because we were kind of rushed going in. And then like there was just dinner table conversation, even though it was lunch, but you know what I mean?
It
Like
was a lot like going to the movies on a first date.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of like
It was a formality.
yeah.
Like, hey man, I don't give a shit if you meet anybody, but we're gonna get married in 10 days, and I've already met, a lot of your family,
all of my family.
basically. I didn't want to go into it. I didn't want their first meeting of you
To be as your wife.
to be as my wife. Not that I would give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. But, I like to do things in a very particular order.
Yeah.
There's an order of operations in life, and it just makes sense for that.
Well, so now I want to know, what did you think about meeting my family?
Oh, I liked your family. I have no issues with your family to
Because
speak of.
well, and I purposefully did different settings so that it wouldn't be like going to the movies on a first date. So like you met my brother at the bar, so we got to like drink and hang out and talk like more naturally, whatever. And then with my sister we did like the family games so that we got to
Yeah, we're not a family game family.
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, your
my
family.
my family, we
Yeah.
were never big on games. Well, maybe a little bit with my dad, but maybe I could.
And
And we're back. Uh,
where were we?
uh,
You're not a family
not
game
a family
family.
game. I mean, maybe a little bit when we were younger, but never like, oh, let's all gather around and play Monopoly, because
Oh,
usually
Monopoly's the worst,
usually
but
game nights, no matter what game, ended in some disastrous fight or argument, like arguing over the rules and people grabbing the rule book. And there's so many times, and I don't want this to sound mean, but my mother was notorious for that. We're like, I'll give you the best example. I don't know if this is a good podcast example, but I played a lot of chess,
hmm
and my mom can play chess, and I she and I was very young, and she got it was a basically a stalemate where it was a draw kind of,
yeah.
with the way that she played her pieces,
hmm
and she argued with me for like an hour about how she won, and I was like, no, it's a stalemate. She's like, no, because you can't move, and I had to go, and this tells you how old the story is. I had to go get the encyclopedia to get the rules of chess to show her, and it was still like, it was always, even something so, like, there is no interpretation there. The rules are the fucking rules. They've been that way for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And it was always an argument. So that was how game nights always were. Didn't matter what game, Trouble, Life, Scattergories, it was always like weird interpretations, and we would argue and fight. So we never did game nights.
Yeah. We didn't. So, ironically, I am a very different mother to Joseph than of how I was mothered or like how my family was. Like we didn't do family game nights as like with my mom and my brother and whatever. Um that's been like me with Joseph. Like I want those are things like basically I'm raising him the way that I like with the things that I wanted when I was a kid. So like I wanted to have like fun family things like that. Like the only thing that my mom and it was really my mom and my brother used to love putting puzzles together. And I just kind of was there.
Jigsaw puzzles?
Yeah. Like we
Oh.
had so we had a pool table, but we had like the
But you didn't play pool. You used it to do your jigsaw puzzles.
well no, I mean it was multi-purpose, but we had ping pong table cover that you could put on it to play ping pong. And so they would put the ping pong table like slabs on and then use that to be like the big flat surface to put these ginormous puzzles together. And like more often than not, like I was just kind of like there to like be there, but like I wasn't really a participant in the puzzling.
Puzzles are usually a one-man show.
But my mom and my brother would like sit there and like put these tedious puzzles, like that was their thing. And so like I didn't really have a thing. Like my brother did the video games, my mom made sure he had every new system that ever came out ever and like all the things and like I kind of got like pushed to the side and whatever. So with Joseph, like I wanted to make sure that we did things like that that like would be fun. So yeah, we do a lot of family games. My sister also loves to do that kind of stuff, so like when we go there we all play like and we always make sure it's like fun stuff that we can like laugh about, like not Monopoly or something that's gonna like drone on and be horrible.
Cause
But
someone to get stabbed.
yeah, so
I want boardwalk. Stab.
exactly.
I can't play Monopoly.
I-
It's probably the worst board game ever made.
pretty much, unless like you want to sit there and be bored out of your mind for the next 3 days. But no, so I mean, besides if I did a lot that would mess with your brain, like, is there anything else that you were worried about though, like with more time with me?
No, I, I'm a man with simple desires, and yeah, and they're all met. So I told you this. As long as I'm my small little needs are met, then I'm I'm as happy as can be. I only have I only have two modes: happy, unhappy. There is no in between for me.
Yeah.
So I'm happy, and that there hasn't, like, the nap thing is big. I don't think you realize how big that is. Like naps are like big. And if you were like a not a nap person
Hmm.
and like you were somebody who like would get mad that like you had to do something on your own while I was napping kind of thing, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to go to the store, or I want to go shopping, or I want to go to the arboretum or something. And it's like, I just want to fucking take a nap and like watch TV. It, that would be a problem for me because I I'm mostly introverted, and then there's a slight bit of me that is extroverted, but
Mhm.
it's not an everyday thing. It's like a once a week type thing. I need to go out and do something. Most of the time, I want to sit in my space, especially since rent is so high and everything's so expensive. It's like, nah, I'd like to stay at home. Like I'd like to. We got plenty of things to do at home. There's movies. There's food, there's air conditioning, and there's no people for me to deal with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big one. Uh, but there are there's you know there are some things that when we live together that are gonna be a little different.
Such as.
Well, you notice that I haven't played Ark or
Oh, well,
Destiny or
yeah.
anything, because when you're here, I don't want to sit on my computer and play games. But I do play some video games, and that's generally a one man show, unless you're gonna get a computer and we'll hook you up and we'll all play, which I'm totally cool with. We do that with 7 Days to Die. But yeah, like I that's something that is an occasional thing, and by occasional I mean 4 nights a week. So that there's going to need to be some time carved out where I can do things like that, but I don't foresee that be a problem because when we have the other 20 hours together, give or take, it's different. When you're only here for 4 days, I would feel it would be irresponsible for me to go, "All right, sweetie, I'm going to go play Ark for 7 hours with my friends. You guys go figure out something to do." That's pretty lame. I would never do that.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, like the few bits of time that I do like me time stuff, that and the naps,
Yeah.
everything else is.
Well, and I think that it's interesting that you say that because that would be something if you did that now, that would be something that would bother me
I know that's why I
because
don't do it. I don't do it because it would bother me. Does that make sense? I do it because I know it would bother you.
yeah, I guess.
And that's why it would be irresponsible for me to do it because I'm not doing it out of what's the word I'm looking for? It's irresponsible because I know how it would make you feel.
Mm, I see.
That's what it is. It has nothing to do with me, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to be mad, and I want to spend time with you guys. So yeah, I'm not dumb.
Good.
I've learned some things in my years on this planet,
Yeah.
and one of them is not to play video games while your family is in from out of state.
That's a weird thing that you've picked up. No, yeah. I mean, because like you said, like
By the way, when we're done with this, I'm gonna go play games.
that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
No, because like you said, like when we have 4 days together, it's different than a lifetime.
Then yeah,
So,
there's plenty of time to play video games when in between the time that we're together, and then obviously in the future. I mean, they're not those the games aren't going anywhere. So
yeah. But is there anything else? You said there are things, plural. What else would there be that would be different when we live together eventually?
well, that when I said things, I meant like those type of things, whether it be
Mm,
me watching my YouTube videos here and there, or my because okay, so I I don't work very hard,
hmm.
but I work even less when you're here. So that'll change. You're gonna see a lot when we live together. You're gonna see a lot more work than you're used to out of me. So it isn't out of the realm that I'd be sitting at my computer desk more often when we live together. Because even if I'm not I mean, I'm doing quotes, actively working, I still have to be in front of those screens just in case. I could be watching a YouTube video and browsing Reddit and have my work emails and my Teams and stuff open. I'm working, but when you guys are here, I'm much more away from my computer working, and that stuff like that will change.
Yeah.
So realistically, the biggest change is I'm going to be sitting in that chair a lot more than
Yeah.
you're used to. But other than that, I mean, whether it, I'm gonna buy a freezer and I'm gonna put 38 pounds of pork chops in it, because that's the only thing. Well, we're gonna convert him. We're gonna get Joseph to eat more,
Yeah.
things. I don't know what. I'm still working out what things I can cook. Because you said he'll eat chicken tenders.
Mhm.
I can make chicken tenders.
Yeah. No, that like
Homemade macaroni and cheese.
he sounds worse than he really is. Like, and the older he gets, the more he's coming around in general to eating more things, anyways. But no, yeah, we can get him to eat
Sushi?
more. It's I don't know about sushi.
It doesn't have to be the raw fish. It could be like a California roll with like rice and avocado and
That's a big maybe. He's weird about like foods mixing and touching sometimes.
well, but see, they don't mix. It's in layers.
Yeah, but that's still like touching.
Well, you're eating it, yeah. I mean, obviously, when you eat it you eat a roll in one bite.
Right. Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
I don't know. We'll work on him. But yeah. Yeah.
We got steak, we got pork.
Yeah. I mean, and he likes. Oh my gosh, he loves crab, like crab meat and stuff.
Well,
Not that
yeah,
you
but-
have that out here, but
Yeah, we'll get that out of Lake Michigan. We'll get
Right.
that fresh crab.
right.
The only way you're getting fresh crab in Chicago is if you buy a hooker.
Well,
And
we're
that's
not
not the
gonna start
that's
him-
not the kind of crab we want.
We're not gonna start him on that just yet.
No.
So yeah, no.
All right, well, we're at time.
I
Actually, we're
assumed.
over.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is going to lead into the a small little game segment that we did. And spoiler alert, I wiped the floor with everybody.
Yeah. Right.
All right, well, this is part one of two two T's in the pod. I'm Tony,
And I'm Tralana.
and then the next time you hear our podcast from us, we'll be married, right?
No, we still have one more.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 10 days till we get married. We make
Oh
one
yeah,
every
you're right.
week.
Yeah. All right. Well, close enough.
Hashtag not becoming Mrs. B just yet.
Not yet. Soon.
Soon.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And it's joke time. My voice cracked, which was great. We're gonna do a little game. This is gonna be a continuation. Tralina and I did Try Not to Laugh, and it was fun.
Yes.
So now we're bringing two of the boys into the mix to see if they think they have jokes because they've never heard them, but don't realize that we've been on this planet for a long time.
Are we doing clean or
You could do.
are you
Whatever.
doing
You could do
are you
clean
doing
or
your
not.
usual clean jokes?
No, I got some here that
All
aren't.
right, all right.
Because if we had to do clean, I mean, I might have to look some up on the spot.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I have a mixture.
All right. I have a couple. All right, all right.
Mine's
So-
kinda like corn.
Are we going to do like a 1v1 or is it one versus everybody?
Like
How are we
free for
doing
all.
this?
I don't know.
I
we
think we
didn't.
should go in a circle. Like
Team.
one person says their joke or whatever, and whoever laughs. And if you make the person laugh, you get a point. So for every person that laughs, I think you should get a point.
I think if you laugh, you get a point. And whoever has the most points loses.
It's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I think we should.
Oh
do that.
yeah, so yeah, for every
You're
every
just
time you
trying
laugh,
to set me up for failure on this.
Wait, can
Mm.
we laugh at our own jokes?
Nope,
Are we
you
doing
Nope.
can't
that?
laugh.
No, you
laugh at
can't
your own
laugh
jokes.
at any- you can't laugh at
You can't laugh at
anything.
all. There's no laughing.
Can we smile?
No.
No.
You can't smile.
Yes, you can smile.
You
You
can,
can-
kind of you can kind of
You can smile. All right. So I'm gonna keep score.
Ladies first.
Okay. All right, I'll keep score. So who wants to go first?
I don't know.
Who wants to get it out of the way?
I think Joseph's trying to make me go first. Do you want me to go first?
I just said ladies first. I mean, I didn't say you had to go. We could go like
I'll-
there.
I'll go first. I'll
Okay.
go first.
You're gonna go first.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm scared. I just read that someone in London gets stabbed every 52 seconds. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next person. That's very mild. Starting off
Might as well go in a circle, yeah.
Yeah, but that's counterclockwise.
Do you want to go clockwise?
We're
We
gonna
can go-
have to.
yeah.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to. Okay.
Yep.
So, why do walruses love a Tupperware party?
You took one of mine.
They're always on the lookout for a tight seal.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I have that one. Damn it.
Not even funny.
Well, can't say that one though.
Okay. Are you ready? Hold on. Hold on.
He's gonna laugh at his own joke.
No.
Yeah,
no.
he is. Yeah,
I'm
he
just
is.
getting in the zone,
It's
man.
Not, it's not gonna even be funny either. It's gonna be like.
I think it's hilarious.
Right.
What do you call a lazy kangaroo?
I don't know what.
A pouch potato? A pouch potato.
Yeah, we heard you.
Do you get it?
Yes, I do.
Not really. It's not funny. I mean,
Yeah, that's because you're gonna come up with like, why did the school shooter kill 15?
Because the magazine was on. That's terrible.
All right, Joseph.
what did the fish say when he swam into a wall?
I don't know what.
Damn.
I visited my friend at his new house. He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I hate having visitors.
It's a good one. That's a good one. It speaks to me.
Did you know that Mortal Kombat is actually based on an old Scandinavian church song? It's a Finnish hymn.
That up. Write that up.
That's a finish him. That's funny. That's smart.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I
That's
gotta
smart.
appeal to all audiences.
The kids are like, what?
Yeah, they don't get it.
No, I don't.
Nope.
I'm glad I don't. So I probably would have laughed if I did.
Finnish is the language of Scandinavia.
Oh,
Finnish.
oh.
And a hymn.
Oh, it's like the yeah. I
Yeah.
get it, I get
Okay.
Right,
it. Took me.
I don't really understand still, but
That's alright.
Okay, hold on.
no points for me. Hi, sir. Why are you looking at my jokes?
You were
What's the difference between a hooker and a drug dealer?
I don't know what.
A hooker can wash her crack and resell it.
I saw that one before.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Solid.
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
These are tamer than I thought they would be from you.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just
All
getting
right. Now that you said
Oh,
that.
yeah, just warming up.
Yeah. Just
Okay. Okay.
Winged horses are illegal in the United States, but in Alabama, it's perfectly fine to Pegasus.
Mm. Mm.
This next one's gonna get more of you.
Okay. Okay.
What did the seal with one fin say to the shark?
I don't know what.
If seal is broken, do not consume.
You got a lot of aquatic jokes.
Listen.
A lot of seals.
Yeah, specifically.
Yes. You like 50 best seal jokes.
Yes. That's exactly what I Googled.
Um. Oh, this is a good one. This is again. It's, I like this one. What do you call someone who refuses to fart in public?
I know this one.
I don't know what.
A private tutor.
It's good. It's good.
Having sex in an elevator is wrong on so many levels.
I saw that one. I was like, oh, that'd be a good one.
Have you heard about the movie where an illegal immigrant hunts down a priest to get vengeance? It's called Alien versus Predator.
Oh, sorry. That was a good one.
I really felt that game either.
Oh, man. Whew.
I'm in the zone today.
Oh, God.
It's good.
I
good
I'm
one.
mentally prepped for
That was
this.
a good one. All right.
What did the hurricane say to the coconut tree?
I don't know what.
Hold on to your nuts. This ain't no ordinary blowjob.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Hey, guys.
Hmm.
Hold on.
Take your time.
Is
Take
that
your
funny,
time.
babe?
I just found an origami porn channel. It's pay-per-view only.
It's a good one. It's a good one. You didn't even laugh at the joke.
I did.
You did.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's clean. Clean fun, guys.
Very clean.
What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb?
Oh, God.
You can unscrew a light bulb.
Oh, I forgot we were playing. I chuckled.
Yeah, you got it.
I was like, yeah, that's cute.
You're racking up the points.
A little bit.
It's all right.
And you made the rules to this one.
It's all right.
All right, hold on. Nah, actually. All right. Let's see. These are kind of. All right. You can't spell subtext without butt sex. Yeah, put that point up. Put that point up.
Are me and Ian the only ones who have it?
Yep. I've definitely had to keep it in.
Yeah,
I
you
had to keep
definitely
it in one or two times.
were scrunching it in. I could tell on your face.
Oh shit.
What you looking at?
The joke you just told. That's what.
No, I won't.
Well, it does have to be somewhat close.
Is this good? Like here?
Probably even closer.
Is this good?
Yes.
Good. Cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I know. I know.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a clean joke
You don't, why would you find a clean joke? It doesn't mean
because
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Harvey jokes
I
are
know.
always better.
I know.
Had to get that out of your
I'm
system.
gonna laugh at the clean ones.
I know. I'm trying to rack up your
Why?
point value.
It's
To
fine
make
by
it
me.
loose so it's easier for us.
That's fine.
Oh.
So, this one time I accidentally rubbed ketchup in my eyes. Now I have hindsight.
I don't even get it.
Heinz is a brand of mustard.
Oh.
Ketchup.
Or
And
ketchup
mustard.
And mustard. I don't know why I thought mustard.
Mine
Did
Did
is
you hear about the drummer who had 2 daughters? And a 1 and a 2.
That's not it. Not it for me. Not it for me.
Yeah, and a 1
I get it.
and a
And
2
presto.
and that doesn't count.
Yeah.
No.
What kind of bees make milk? Boobies.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Why is it called a dad bod and not a father figure?
Mm. Can't wait. Why?
That's the joke.
Fuck, I didn't laugh at the joke. You're just like, why?
I was waiting for the punchline. Okay. Oh, we all.
God damn it, you make me laugh.
Oh.
You're like, why? I'm like,
I knew that was the joke, but like his why
was
got
so
me
excited.
too.
He's like,
Your
Yes.
delivery.
I
Yes.
can't wait.
I know. I was like, can't wait for this one.
This
I'm-
one's
I'm still the
this
only one
one's
who
a
hasn't
follow up
known.
to your joke from last time.
Oh, right.
So I actually know a lot of jokes in sign language, and I guarantee you nobody's ever heard them.
I tried phone sex once. The holes were too small. The holes.
No, I know.
Because old telephones used to have
We
holes.
get it. We get it. We get it.
You know.
Why did the snowman suddenly smile? He could see the snowblower coming.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it.
It's now illegal to count anything in Afghanistan. They have a Taliban.
How many points do you
It's gotta be in the
two.
2 digits.
I
now.
got 2.
How much does everyone have?
I have 1.
Oh my god.
2 or 3.
Talent.
I'm just trying to win anymore. I'm just trying to make you guys laugh.
That was funny.
I only have like 3 more jokes left. I hope you guys know
I
that.
only have 2.
What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts?
I don't know what.
A barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I've been taking Viagra for my sunburn. It doesn't cure it, but it keeps the sheets off my legs at night. Got that fatty.
Oh, alright.
Can you add that on? Or is that a part of it?
It is now.
Cool. My dad is exactly like Santa. I hear so many good things about him, but he only visits our home once a year and I never see him.
Oh,
That's so. That is
That's
funny.
That's sad.
My grief counselor died the other day. He was so good at his job, I didn't even care.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what site you were on. I'm out of jokes, by the way.
What do you call a laughing jar of mayonnaise?
I don't know what.
LMAO.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm out of jokes.
Alright.
Well,
Lame.
I did have another one, but you said it.
Oh. Jack and Jill went up the hill to have a little fun, but careless Jill forgot her pill and now they have a son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cautionary tale.
Every year, hundreds of kids are shipped to mime school, never to be heard from again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't have jokes? This is my last one. How do you find a blind man at a nude beach? It isn't hard.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I got a couple, so get ready. Why is suicide illegal in China? Destruction of government property. Alright, let's see. I think I got a couple more.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna rattle them off. I got a couple more.
Yeah, sure.
I got a couple more in me.
When I see the names of lovers engraved in a tree, I don't find it cute or romantic. I find it weird how many people take knives with them on dates.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna read 2 more.
2 more.
I have more, but I'm gonna read 2 more.
You make them good.
Alright,
The best ones.
The best.
they're not good, so...
Well,
I used all my good ones.
They're not good.
So I had like 2 good ones in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He
I was
blew
in
his
Ru-
load early too.
Yeah, you blew it too early.
I was in
Rookie
Ru-
mistake.
True. I was in Russia listening to a stand-up comedian making fun of Putin. The jokes weren't that good, but I liked the execution.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Topical.
Yeah. Why is it illegal to have doggy-style sex in Alabama?
Why?
Because you don't turn your back on family.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was joke time.
I'm guessing I won since I didn't laugh at all.
It goes as follows. You had 0 laughs.
Uh-huh.
Ian had 1 laugh.
Uh-huh.
Tralana had 3 laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And you had like
And I
14.
had
Carry the 2.
5. I had 5 laughs.
You did not have 5.
You missed a couple for sure.
No, hold on. I'm moving around.
I had 5 laughs. I mean, that's my tally count.
Yeah, I think you missed like triple that.
I wasn't counting anything where I was, didn't make a sound.
Yeah, but you made it sound like every single
If I didn't outwardly make a sound. So, I lose.
I would have tied with Joseph if you didn't be like, "What's the punchline?"
Well, that's your
That's
the game.
I blame you.
That's the game.
Boo.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys, for trying not to
course.
laugh.
Yup.
Next time, my plan is to actually write some
Of your own?
of my own. Yeah, I want to write some because
Ooh.
you go to these sites and you
They're
try
all
to,
kind of
but
the
you've seen them all. Like we,
don't
Tralana and I
remember.
had the same one.
Yeah.
So-
you haven't seen the ones I said.
Yeah, apparently you went on some dark website and got yours.
I had to scroll down a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Scroll
you had to go to
down.
the second
Like
page of Google
The 3rd page. I was on.
where nobody goes.
Nobody goes.
Okay, well, maybe next time we'll. I think we want to do cameras next time.
Oh, absolutely.
So
You know who we should bring? We should bring Nick B on here.
yeah, well that's.
Yeah.
We want to have everybody.
Or
Well-
do you think we'll be able to do the podcast when you guys get married? You guys are just like getting married. You're just like, welcome to the podcast. Say I'm getting.
I can't hear you because you're talking into a non-existent
I was going
mic.
to say when we're in Florida would be the next time we would have you guys
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm excited.
All right. Well, that concludes, and then next segment, I don't know. It'll just lead right into it.
Yes.
Bye,
All right.
boys.
Bye, boys.
Bye.